Okay, so we're gonna really quickly take up this worksheet, this package that you guys got on Friday, everything about slope. We did take up the first page on Friday. Um, we left off at number 9. Okay, so for number 9, this is what it looks like. This is already in y equals mx plus b form. So just looking at it, I can tell my slope is negative 1 over 2. My y-intercept is negative 5. So plot that, negative 5. And then slope of negative 1 over 2 means I go down the elevator 1 and over 2 doors to the right. Down 1, over 2 to the right. Down 1, 2 to the right. Okay, and then connect those dots. There's my line. This one though, this one it's not in y equals mx plus b form. All right, you notice the x and the y are both on the same side, so that means I have to move that x over. When I move it, it becomes negative x plus 3. So my slope is negative 1, not negative x, not nothing. It's the number in front of the x, which is negative 1. Y-intercept is negative 3. So plot that, and then down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and there's my line. Should look like that. I am going to go a little fast because we are just taking this up. You should have all the answers already. I am recording this, so if you need to pause or review anything, you can go back to the video after. Okay, this one again, you have to rearrange. So move that 3x over to the other side, and then divide everything by 4. So 8 divided by 4, you get the 2. So your y-intercept is right here. So your y-intercept is at 2. Your slope is negative 3 over 4. So down 3 over 4 to the right. Okay. Notice for all of these, you set your slope is negative. All right. You set your slope is negative. You set your slope is negative, and that's why the direction of the line is this way. Okay. This one, move the 5x and the 8 over to the other side, so it becomes minus. Don't forget though, when you move the negative 2 to the other side, you're dividing everything by negative 2, and 2 negative make a positive. So you have a slope of 5 over 2, and you have a slope of 4, because negative 8 divided by negative 2 gives you positive 4. So 4 is my y-intercept, positive slope. So I'm going up 5 over 2. And then I can see it's in line with my answer, positive slope, so my line goes this way. Okay. On to the back. We did this one in class on Friday. This one, if I'm not given any points on the line, I choose my 2 points. So I'm choosing this one and this one, my x and y intercepts, which is actually what we're going to get into today in today's lesson. All right. So my y-intercept, my x-intercept, up 5 over 5. So when you divide it, it's 1. Okay. This one, no math needed. When I vertical line, undefined slope. Okay. And then this one on a hill on a trail, a hill on a hiking trail goes up 69 feet over a distance of 138 feet. So which one is my rise? Which one is my run? Go up 69. What does that imply? Vincent? The rise. And then over a distance of this, which means that's my run. Yeah, so all you're doing is 69 over 138. If you reduce that, you get 1 over 2. That's as simple as that. A drop of 62 feet. What does that imply? Yep. The rise is 62, but it's a drop, so it's a negative. Perfect. So negative 62 over 837. If you divide that out, you get this decimal. Right? So remember, sometimes your slope could be written as a fraction form, or it could also be written as a decimal form. Which form do I prefer on the assignment or test? Fraction form. Okay. A child slide rises 10 feet over a horizontal distance of 9. So obviously it even tells you the rise is 10 and the horizontal, which is your run, is 9. So 10 over 9. Okay. This one, write the equation in slope-intercept form. So I can tell from the graph, my y-intercept is negative 3, right here. Okay, so that means it's not this, it's not this. My choices are down to 50-50. And then do your rise over run. So choose any 2 points on the line. Let's say I choose this one and this one. Going from the left point to the right point, I am going down 3 and over 7. So this is my equation. All right, so if my slope is -3 over 7 and my y-intercept is -3, put them together in y equals mx plus b form. That's your equation. Okay. We did 23. So 24, this one right here, if you use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1, 8 minus 8, what do you get? Yep, 0. So when you have a denominator of 0, what's a million divided by 0? A million divided by 0. Try on your calculator, like 5 divided by 0, 10 divided by 0. Undefined, right? You'll get an error message. And so that's how you know it's a vertical line, and you get D. Okay. This one, if you do again y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, you get 2 minus 2, which is 0 on your numerator. What's 0 divided by a million? Yep, 0, right? Okay, so there is a difference between 10 divided by 0. You get an error, which means it's a vertical line. And then when you do 0 divided by 10, you get 0, which is a horizontal line. Okay. And then these ones right here, you're actually using the formula 4 minus -3, 2 minus -3, and you get your answer 7 over 5. Don't forget the double negative. Okay. And then same thing right here, when you evaluate it out, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, you get 2 over 9. Okay, this one is just looking at the y-intercept. Okay, all lines except for vertical lines, all lines have a y-intercept. So you're just eyeballing this. It goes through this point right here, which is 0, 0. That's your y-intercept. Okay. Okay, so what right here, what I was saying, it's a vertical line right here. Does it go through this y-axis? No. Okay, so that means there's no y-intercept. Simple as that. Okay, this one, it's right here. So your coordinate is 0, -2. Remember x and then y. So your y value here is -2. Okay, and then here it goes at 4. So as a coordinate, it's 0, 4. Okay, which is B. Okay, and that's it. I did want to go over this really quickly again. What is minimum, maximum R value? -1 to +1, right? Okay, so for this one right here, if you were to give a estimate, okay, what R value would you say this is? Yep, 0.9. All right, negative 0.9. That's right. It's a negative correlation, so negative 0.9. Good. Okay. How would you describe this one? And negative, right? Strong and negative. 2 words. Okay. For all of these, you have to give like the positive or negative, and also the strength of the correlation. What about this one right here? What R value would you say? Do you see any correlation? No. So if there's no correlation, Shakai, what number? 0. Yeah, that's it. R equals 0, no correlation. Okay, what about this one? How strong is this? Justin, what do you think? Does this look like a strong or not so strong? Moderate. Good. Excellent. You can say weak or moderate. I'll take both. Okay. And what's a number for moderate then? 0.5. 0.5. What would a number be for a weak? A weak correlation. What would you say a weak correlation is? 0.2. Yeah, good job. Excellent. How would I describe this? Other than weak or moderate, what other word? Positive. That's right. Okay, so that's a correlation coefficient. Okay, so again, this 10 minutes, we took up everything that we need to know about slopes. Definitely will help on tomorrow's assignment because it's going to be based on slopes and equations. Okay. Okay, so moving on to x and y intercepts. Okay. We know what y-intercept is. It's a point on the y-axis. So what do you think x-intercept means? Yeah, the point on the x-axis, right? So to find that, to find the x-intercept, what we're going to do is we're going to let y equals 0. Okay? Because if it's on that line, on the axis, that means the y value is going to be 0. So now let's sub it in. X plus 2 times, instead of y, as we said, we're going to replace it with 0. Okay? What's 2 times 0? 0. Yeah, so x equals 2. Okay? Now, to find y-intercept, that means we're going to let x equal 0. Okay? So in the equation, I'm going to replace the x with a 0 plus 2y equals 2. Alright, and then to solve 2y equals 2, you divide it. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Yeah. Okay. So this is the tricky part right here. Does this mean my intercept is 2 and 1? Okay, a lot of people get to this step and then they put it together. Oh, x equals 2, y equals 1. So that means my intercept is 2, 1. Is that right or wrong? 2, 1 gives me 1 point right here. Does it look anywhere close to my x and y axis? No. All right, so we don't put it together. Never, never, never put it together. What is my coordinate right here? Remember, this is my x-intercept. Uveen, what's my x-intercept here? 2. And so it's 2 and 0. And then what is my coordinate here for my y-intercept? 0 and 1. Okay. This is the part where a lot of people make the silly mistake. They solve for x, they solve for y, and then they put it together to make 1 point. Well, remember the purpose of this was to get my x and y intercepts. So 2, 0 right here, and then 0, 1 right here. Now that I have my 2 points, I can graph my line. So this is graphing the line using x and y intercepts. Okay. What's the other method that we learned to graph a line? So let's say we were just given this equation. What's the other method that we learned last week? So given this equation right here, what's the other method? Okay. Y equals mx plus b. So just rearranging this equation into y equals mx plus b form, and then figure out what my y-intercept is, what my slope is, I can graph this line. So these are two separate methods. Okay, will I say which method you have to use? Maybe. so you do need to know both, but you can use it to check your answer. Okay, so this one then. Let's try this one together. To find the x-intercept, what do I let y be? Denny? To find the x-intercept, I let y equals. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, to find the x-intercept, I will let y equals 0. All right. So Hannah, we're on page 1 of chapter 7. Okay. So I'm gonna substitute the y with a 0 right here. Okay, so I'm replacing the y with a 0. Anything times 0, that's gone. So what am I left with? I'm left with 5x equals 30. Okay, so Ali, are you good with mental math? What is 30 divided by 5? One more. 6, right? Okay, so Shakai, what's my coordinate here then? And what do we say y is? 0, so 6, 0. Okay. And then Denny. So if I want to find x-intercept, I let y equal 0. So when I want to find y-intercept, I'm going to let x equals. Okay, so to find x-intercept, I'm going to let y equal 0. So to find y-intercept, I'm going to let x equal 0. Right? Good. Okay, because it's on the axis, which means it's on 0. Okay, so 5, looking at my equation here, 5 times 0 minus 3y equals 30. Anything times 0, that's gone. So negative 3y equals 30. Okay, so what does y equal? Genevieve? 30 divided by negative 3? Sorry? Negative 10. And so what is my coordinate right here? 0, negative 10. Perfect. I have my 2 points here, so I can plot those 2 points and draw a line. 0, negative 10, and 6 and 0. Right, there's my 2 points. Connect them. And there's my line. By the way, what's the slope of this line? Since I have the two x and y intercepts. What's my slope here? Claire? Before you reduce? Before you reduced. So, sorry? 10 over 6, right? I went up 10 and over 6. So 10 over 6, and then after I reduce it, 5 over 3. Okay. Can we take 5 minutes to try 3 and 4 first? I want you guys to try 3 and 4. So follow the same format. To find x-intercept, let y equal 0. To find y-intercept, let x equal 0. Try these two. Okay, so to find x-intercept, we're going to let y equal 0. So when y is 0 and you move the 12 over and divide by 3, what did you get for your x-intercept? Alex, what did you get for x-intercept? Yeah, negative 4 and 0. That's right. Okay, and then when to find y-intercept, you're gonna let x be 0. So when this is 0, what did you get for y-intercept? Alex, can you give me that one as well? 0, 3. Perfect. So when you graph it, -4 and 0 is right here. 0, 3 is right here. And there's your line. All right, it looks something like that. Number 4, same thing. Let y be 0. So when this is 0, that's gone. So -8 divided by 2, you get -4. So -4 and 0 also. And then when y-intercept, you let x be 0. So when this is 0, you move that over to the other side and divide. Claire, what did you get? 0, -2. So -4 is 0 is right here. 0, -2 is here. And there you go. You have your line. Okay, how many of you got both of them correct? Okay, awesome. Okay, if you didn't get to number 4, then a little bit more practice, it will help you speed things up. Okay, one last word problem that I do want to go over. One last word problem. So has anybody been to Bulk Barn before? Yeah. What does Bulk Barn look like? what does Bulk Barn look like inside? You love it? This one. This place. Okay, I think they got a new storefront now. Yeah, inside the store it looks like this. No, like inside like regular grocery store. They just okay. So when you look inside, okay, so when you look inside, it looks something like this, a whole lot of bulk. Alright, and then you can buy anything from Smarties to flour to sugar to nuts. Alright, all that. I think it actually smells inside because of all the spice and everything just in the open air. Alright, so what do you think is the most expensive item in there in bulk? So Hannah, what do you think is the most expensive thing in there that sells in bulks? Out of like anything? Yeah, out of anything that you can scoop up. Maybe some of the candy. Candy? Alright. Derek, what do you think? Huh? Oh wait, that's a good answer. Bro, what's that from? What's that? It's like a spice. A spice? No, it's like a spice this thing. Oh no, they probably pull it up. Saffron's like really expensive. Okay. Nuts. Okay, so I was looking for nuts. Okay, so usually, what type of nuts? So those of you who don't have a peanut. Okay, yeah. Okay, so. Okay, so nuts is usually the more expensive items in there. And then the cheaper thing is raisins. Not yet, not yet. Not yet, not yet. One last word problem. Okay, so this person or requested Bulk Barn to make a trial mix of nuts and raisin together. Alright, so but because nuts are so expensive and raisins is so cheap, when you mix it together, you want to make a reasonable price. Okay, so what is a reasonable price? They came up with this equation. So $30 per kilogram of nuts plus $10 per kilogram of raisin to make a $150 mixture. Okay, so this is what the equation means. So determine the combination of nuts and raisin. That will cost 150. So what have we been working on this whole period? What's the topic of today's period at today's lesson? Nuts. Okay, Claire? X and Y intercepts, right? So instead of X and Y, I don't see a X and Y here. I see a N and R. So it's the same thing. So let's say I'm looking for the N intercept. To find the N-intercept, I'm going to let R equal 0. And then to find the R-intercept, I'm going to let n equals 0. Alright? So, Danny, does this look familiar? Just like what we did on the last page? Yeah. Okay, so Hana, 30n plus 10r, but instead of the r, I'm going to replace it with the 0. Okay, Hana, what's anything times 0? 0. Right. So when this is gone, that means I have 30n equals 150. How's your mental math? Pretty good. Pretty good. What's 150 divided by 30 then? 5. 5. That's right. Okay. So my coordinate right here is 5 and 0. Okay, I'm cheating a little because I looked at the at my axis, so I know n is my x. So that's why it's 5 and 0. Okay. Similarly, right here, I'm gonna do 30 n is 0 now. So replace that n with a 0 plus 10r equals 150. Okay, anything times 0, Denny? 0. Yeah, so that's gone. 10r equals 150. Ali, 150 divided by 10. 15. Good. So my coordinate here is 0, 15. Okay, I'm going to plot those 2 points. 5 and 0, 0, 15. And I'm going to draw my line. Okay, based on this, can you give me 3 different combinations of nuts and raisins? So this right here, 0, 5, what does that imply? Sorry, 5, 5, 0. So what does that 5 mean again? What does the 5 represent, Vincent? 5 nuts? 5 pieces of nuts? Sorry? Kilogram, right. So 5, 0 implies 5 kilogram nuts and 0 kilogram of raisins. So that's so like. Yeah, so basically that's, yeah. So, but let's do the second one first. 0, 15 will imply what? 0 kilogram of nuts. Perfect. And 15 kilograms of raisins. Right. So because raisins is so cheap, if you spend $150 at bulk buying just on raisin, you can get 15 kilograms. Okay. But that's not the purpose of this problem. I want a mixture. Okay. I want both. I don't want just one or the other. If I want a mixture, looking at the graph, can you tell me one combination? Uveen. Right, this point right here is 3 and 6. So this point, Uveen chose this point because it was nice and easy to read off the graph. So 3 and 6 means 3 kilogram of nuts and 6 kilograms of raisin. So if you put those mixture in, you're gonna get a bulk that's worth $150. All right. What's another one? Just reading off this. What's another number that's nice and easy to read off? Eric? Right, 1 and 12. Okay. Yeah. So I so for these type of word problems, if I just gave you this and I said, give me combinations, it's going to be hard to find. So when you know how to use the x and y intercept to graph it, it's so much easier to point out where the combinations are. For this problem, here's an advanced question for you guys. Is this discrete or continuous data? Is this a discrete or continuous? So those who say is discrete, that's okay. Those who say it's continuous data, okay, very proud of your answer, I can see. Good, it is continuous because I can have 2.5 kilogram of that. I can have 1.1 kilogram. So you can always make another mixture in between the points. So it's continuous data. Okay, good job. So for homework tonight, 48 and 13. Number 48 and 13 on page 4 and 5. Answers are on page 6. So remember, tomorrow you do have the in-class assignment. So the first 10 minutes of today's video reviews that. And then the new thing is the last 20 minutes of the video. Thank you.